Hello, my name is Brandon Schick. I am a WordPress developer with over 15 years of experience, including with SEO. Even though SEO has changed over the past how many years, I have kept up current with the methods to try to be ranked as high as possible organically, but also as needed with paid advertising through Google AdWords or through social media and other advertising methods. I started doing this 15 years ago as basically a passion of trying to build my own website, my own ideas, and trying to make them look as great as possible. So I would set up a WordPress theme and then I would build my ideas. Usually it was like a blog, but I was never happy with the themes. No matter how much work that I would do to them, or no matter how many themes I would look at, it just was not the style that I wanted to put out. So eventually I started thinking, okay, I need to edit my own themes, with CSS, HTML and such. And I would print these themes that I would like and post them on my apartment wall. So you could imagine hundreds of pages of paper being printed off so that I could actually read and edit it with pen and paper. But that did help me create some great theme changes to that theme. But it also introduced me to what a proper child theme is, because every change that I make would work great till an update was needed. Click update, you lose the changes. Had to learn what a child theme was and go from there. After I built my own, other people, small businesses primarily, came up to me and said, oh, hey, you do websites. Can you help me with mine? So I would help build different websites, primarily real estate, project management, oil project management. It was just a variety of things. That built up until I started working for a large corporation, Mayo Clinic. And I helped them transition from Adobe Contribute, they were one of the largest Adobe Contribute style internet sites, to WordPress. Each division, each department in Mayo Clinic had different needs. If you think about oncology or radiology or cardiovascular type things, they all need different information. So not only would I have to migrate the old information and build a nice website, but within the parameters of Mayo Clinic's guidelines, but I'd also have to make sure that in a UX kind of way that this information was easily found by the person that needed it. So a doctor in radiology might need to find something, or a nurse, secretary, or any other support position would need to find information. And so I'd have to work with these different groups within these divisions to make sure that the information that they needed was there, accurate, and was again within the policies and guidelines. After that, I went back into small business mode because it was kind of a passion of mine, helping small businesses rank well with Google, increase their sales. And I helped a pool company nationally with their pool sales, mainly with pool lifts, but also chemicals, and also regionally, they did really well selling hot tubs. They became one of the best regional sales locations because of how the website started to change and bring in new people. From there, I got into other industries, CBD, very competitive. And I also got into construction. Right now, one of my main clients is a high-end residential construction company that helps, restore kitchens, bathrooms, different remodels such as that. And it's a very competitive market with Google, not just organically, but with the paid and on the local maps. So again, having to work to evolve to get them to be ranked well, because there's, again, lots of competition in different ways, but also to display their fine work. Because at the end of the day, I'm just displaying what the company actually does. And by doing so, we were able to grow significantly and bring out awareness. And then that also, but part of this is with advertising is also making sure that the business can actually handle it. If they only have so much staff, how much staff is actually answering phone calls, things like that. Because if you're not answering the phone, you're losing sales. And so it's making methods that can grow with the company steadily. I've really enjoyed doing these different things, and I'm looking forward to my next project and passion. I enjoy, the usual working with teams, communicating well, and really just solving problems within, WordPress and websites and such. With also, WordPress and everything is evolving and growing. Search engines are evolving and growing. So I've been getting more and more into AI, mainly AI search, because that's starting to take over instead of just regular Google search. And just like any other tool, if you think of a construction worker, if you think of a carpenter, if they have a hammer and they have a saw and they build you a house, if they upgrade to an electrical saw, it's still the skill of that contractor, that carpenter to build your house. Still, the tools help them build it faster, maybe more efficiently, but they still need the skills to actually build a nice house. And I feel that's the same with AI. It is just a tool, but it is a tool that's being used. So it's important to keep up with current terms and current methods of search. But it's also just as important to remember that it is a tool that we can't rely incredibly heavily on, that we need skilled people in various areas to make sure that these things get done properly. So I am researching and getting into AI search, but I really don't rely on AI heavily. I believe that people working together as a team is way better at making a long-term solution that works for the company, no matter what size. Thank you again for listening to my job rant. Hopefully, you've learned a little bit about myself, and like I said, I really enjoy working with different teams, and I'm looking forward to a new opportunity. Let's talk again and see what happens. Thank you.